if anybody say F where they come from, F what they doing, and of that nature, that's trauma. That's trauma. And it's deeper than just F it as a whole. No, F the motherfuckers that's in it making it terrible.
Yeah.
And F you for staying the same teenager saying, hey, I'm a product of my environment. No, you're a product of what you became out of your environment. It's time for you to change. If you're an adult, there's no more excuses where I'm from. They hiding literacy from me, or this man, or that culture. It's you. You need to stop doing anything harming you, harming your body. That's food, harming harmful liquids you put in your body, harmful information, harmful sounds. Man, you got to start taking accountability as a person, as a human, not as nothing else, as a fucking human being, man. I'm telling you. And for everybody that's running up on me like, yo, man, Waka, I'm trying to get on, I'm gonna get your number. I'm not giving you my number. Like, please cut it out. And I'm not messing with nobody that don't have purpose when they rap. Point blank, period. But on some real, I want you to really think, man, like, all this weird going on with the Netflix documentaries, and I just tell a nigga, like, why y'all hanging with senior citizens and thinking you ain't gonna play bingo? I just want to know.
Let's talk about this whole situation. So Waka Flocka decided to jump in on this After Streets movement that was started by 21 Savage and all these other rappers started to say, After Streets, the streets ain't this and the streets ain't that. But my thing is, and I agree with Waka, as you get older, you're going to realize that a lot of the things you did when you were younger, you have to say to yourself, well, all right, you know, I was young. I can't be blaming the streets at 35 for what happened to me at 21. I mean, as you get older, you tend to realize, especially when you're a celebrity or you're a rapper, somebody who has more things to lose with the streets than a person that doesn't, you have to realize that, yo, like, maybe it's me. Maybe it's the trauma that I've been through while in the streets that made me think this way. And a lot of people still have that street mentality at an older age. And this goes well beyond what 21 and all these other rappers are saying. What Waka's saying is what I've been saying and what other people have been saying for years. You're a product of your environment, but you can't blame your environment as you get older. As you get older, you're supposed to get wiser. And it seems that a lot of people, especially a lot of young black guys, are stuck in this vortex of staying too stuck in the streets or too connected in the streets. Why I always ask people, if you're 35 years old, if you're 40 years old, what the hell are you still connected to the streets for? Why are you still talking about, I got ops and I got all these different things going on? You know what you need to do? You need to say to yourself, you know what? Maybe I need to go talk to somebody. Maybe I need to get some counseling. Maybe I need to talk to people that can help me with my trauma. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, especially us black men, we don't think about that. We think about, oh man, I'm too street. I'm still street. I'm still this. I'm still that. And if you're a rapper who made it in the game, you don't need the streets anymore. You know what I'm saying? If you're guys like, you know, look at Lil Durk's situation. Lil Durk still wanted to be street, even though he had millions of dollars, and see what he going through. You know what I'm saying? You look at rappers like, you know, Pooh Shiesty, who had the world at his fingertips and got locked up for 4 years, and hoping that guys like Pooh Shiesty realize at the end of the day, you may not get a second chance at another thing. You know what I'm saying? Look at guys like Max B, who went through what he went through, came out at 47, spent 16 years in jail. Now he's out at 47 trying to get his life situated. But see, there are plenty of guys who don't have those opportunities. They'll get locked up, do 25 years, come out, and still you get locked up at 20, get out at 45, but still have that 20-year-old mentality. And that's what Waka's saying. Like, a lot of these people, you know, use the streets as a crutch. But now that you have the knowledge of self, there are books out there you could read. There are different things that you could do as an individual to better yourself. You can't blame the streets for keeping you locked in. You can't blame the streets for keeping you suppressed and all this stuff. It's not 1963. You know what I'm saying? There isn't any segregation. I mean, is there any, is there different things that are keeping you under or keeping you kind of locked down. Yeah, but you're way more in today's society. You're way more equipped to do things in 2025 than you were 15, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get out the streets, there are programs to help you. There are mentorships that can help you. You know what I'm saying? And I get tired of these guys always claiming that they street and they banging and all this stuff. I'm like, Slim, that ain't on, that can't be your lifelong goal. You know what I'm saying? That can't be the lifelong journey that you have. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys have kids. You want your kids to follow the same path that you did? You know what I'm saying? That's what Waka was saying. Like, do you want you want your kids and your little brothers and your little sisters to follow the same path that you did? No, you don't want people to follow the same path. And, guys like 21 Savage, you say one thing and then 2 days later you go on an Instagram or post or something and you say something totally different. My message to 21 Savage and Young Thug and all these other artists, stand on what you stand on. You know what I'm saying? If you believe the streets ain't the same no more, believe that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be going back and forth because you see people online saying this and saying that. You know what I'm saying? You done survived the streets. You done made plenty of money. You're a successful artist. You're a businessman. You're a brand now. If you're 21 Savage, you got to say to yourself, hey, I done did this in the streets. I done did that. I don't need the streets anymore. And you think the streets gonna still love you? The streets going to, I'm gonna tell you one thing the streets gonna do. If you try to claim that you street and you're already successful, you're doing your thing, the streets is gonna suck you in, and then something fatal may happen, like a la PNB Rock, rest in peace, PNB Rock or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because that was an unfortunate situation. But you know what I'm saying? The streets don't care who you are. They don't care you're a celebrity. The streets don't love you. So if I'm 21 Savage, take what Waka said. At the end of the day, you're a grown man. Make the decisions to better your family and better the environment around you, and make sure that you walking around and being around positive people so you can live another 20 or 30 years and have success. But hey, it's your boy Jay here with another video. Make sure that like button, make sure the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. Was Waka right about this whole After Streets movie situation? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, folks, I'm out.